Hi guys, how are you? This is Noelle from You Chats, a vlog talking about all things organized from a variety of industries, from our friends and family and colleagues and clients of the company Reorg You Inc., which is a boutique professional organization, a company for your home and business, as well as corporate event planning and project management and executive administrative support services, both virtual and around different major cities around the US. And so today, as part of our kickoff from last week's episode 4, it's all about food. So from now until from the beginning of December all the way till Los Reyes, which is 3 Kings, first week of, almost the 8th of January, sorry about that, we will be talking about all things food organization, whether it's in an industrial kitchen or in your home kitchen, outdoors, if your weather permits, depending on where you are around the globe, or in the US, depending on where you're watching this from. So yeah, guys, so we are prepping our dinner, for tonight, which you've already sort of prepped, and we're bringing you in our kitchen for today and tomorrow, and a little bit into the weekend, but not much, because for that we're kind of doing a little bit more takeout from some interesting dishes that we have planned. But yeah, we have so many cool things coming up this holiday season and Reorg Chats. So we wanted to just kind of launch one of our major episodes, last week episodes with our friends Tina from Bagels on Park. We'll include the link, so check it out. That was awesome, where we're quarantining here in Weehawken, and she is amazing, making some artisanal bagels in-house, no preservatives, no MSG. Some of the bagels are also vegan. So again, we'll include the link to that interview, and that one's titled From Finance to Bagels. And just on the title, you can imagine what that interview was like, and Tina's background and the awesomeness of her cafe, Bagels on Park in Weehawken. So yeah, guys, so what are we cooking today? We are cooking, some fried tilapia, which with lemon and pepper sauce, floured with some unbleached flour, and we've prep that, and we've made 8 pieces, and that's for us, it's for family of 4 for 2 days. But again, depending on your family size and your portions, you can make more, you can make less. For us, 8 is enough, just like the 80s talk show, for those of you who may remember that. So we deep fry that in our wok, which during the quarantine, we really become obsessed with doing everything in the wok, more than usual, and in the, it's just an awesome, highly recommend everyone to just do everything in your wok. Get 2 of these and you're good to go. Even 3 if you need to. And we will deep fry that in 100% unfiltered olive oil, which we're getting ready right now. And we have about a cup of olive oil in here. So just so you know, as far as a measurement, how much. You can use a little bit, you can use more. For us, a cup is more than enough. Usually this oil, especially when you're cooking fish, is for health reasons, and we usually drain it, and then you can recycle it depending on how you use it. In this case, with this olive oil, whenever we cook fish, it goes out after we're done with it, which is kind of a waste, but it is what it is. As a mom of 2 very growing boys, I usually always put my handles inward, because if anybody's flying in your kitchen, ladies and gentlemen, nobody's falling, you keep your 2 kids, we're good to go. We don't make matters worse, because we're already dealing with a lot of stuff now. And we're going to make that with some curry rice. And we blend that with some from our friends and family that bought us straight from Trinidad. Actually, our family bought this, my mother-in-law, from Trinidad, and it's fresh Tumeric and curry. And we like to blend it together for coloring, because curry rice, as I'm sure most of you know, is yellowish. It's like a mustard yellow. Again, something that we've dabbled in during the quarantine. We add some sesame seeds, about a cup of sesame seeds. I don't know if you can catch that there. We don't have any help today, so this is like uncut, as they like to say in the industry per se. And then we have we personally never think that there's no such thing as too much garlic, but for those of you who may have a different palate or take on that, we put about quarter of a cup of freshly ground garlic, And again, just like garlic, we're also onion peoples. Yes, I do have those children that are absolutely obsessed with onions. We use a whole red onion. Again, you can use a white onion or not use onions at all. Since I know onions, I feel like it's one of those things that it's food items that it's a love-hate relationship. You either love onions or you hate onions. In this house, we love onions. People that I work with tend to always love onions. But again, it's your choice. And we mix all that together in a different wok. And we'll saute that, put it all together, make the rice, and we'll complement it with, we've pre-diced some cucumbers, and we'll drizzle those again with some olive oil, some freshly ground peppers. But again, you can put, platanitos, aka fried plantains. We're a lot of, we're a Cuban-American household. Well, Cuban, Guyanese, Trinidadian household. So we mix a lot of different English and Spanish-speaking Caribbean and Indian and a little bit of everything. It's like a little smorgasbord of flavors here. But yeah, so right now, just because I'm already here and can feel the heat of that olive oil ready to go, so we have put two pieces of the fish to fry, deep fried, for about 4 minutes. 2 minutes each side. We like to have everything really, really, really well done here. Our fish, but again, it's totally up to your preference. If you don't want it extra crispy, we tend to, but again, it's totally your choice. Usually with fish, I'm no expert, but I will say I'd recommend you go on the well done side, guys. Okay, because this is not sushi. So we dabble all that together. For those of you who are curious, what did I marinate my tilapia with? I took a lot of the same ingredients. Also, a cup of red onions. I took our also famous only adobo that we use from our friends, the Freakin' Rican. Again, sorry for the lack. Let me see if I do this thing that I see people do. Adobo. There you go. Adobo from our friends, the Freakin' Rican, which again, we'll include the link to that. They're amazing. It's the only adobo, again, that we use. We give it as gifts. It's just amazing, not because they're our friends, friends of the vlog, friends of Reorg You Inc., and just personal friends for a very long time. They're amazing. We met Derek just on a little side piece when we had our En Mi Cocina Latina, which is a column about all things kitchen organization and interviewing notables, chefs, home cooks, and industry leaders from around the U.S. and LATAM, again, talking about kitchen organization. The column was featured in Sofrito magazine, which was a quarterly digital publication. And we were part of that for 2 years, which was an amazing time for us. And it was great because for us, it was a renaissance pretty much of working in the Latin American industry, which is my personal background back in corporate. Well, one of the sectors that I've worked with heavily for 8 years was in the Latin American sphere. As again, being a Cuban American, that was an awesome time. I've been very privileged to have some amazing professional experiences, but working at Zemi Communications, shout out to Zemi and the Zemi team, Natalia, Reed, everyone that hopefully is seeing this. From there, Mr. Stova, Daniel Wilson. It was an awesome time. So out of that, I realized, not just from a personal perspective, but on a professional perspective, how awesome it is to be able to incorporate what you love and you like to do professionally and incorporate that with your raíces, your culture, whatever that may be, Latin or not. So that was a great time. So doing the column was a reincarnation of that. And now obviously doing food segments, it's another reincarnation. We have some awesome things ahead, guys, and Reorg chats this coming holiday season. So next week, we're talking to our friends from our times at Sofrito magazine 4 years ago with the co-owners, of Dulce View, which if you don't know, Rumba Cubana and Dulce View, it's the northeast of the U.S., but particularly for Metro New York. It is the premier Cuban restaurant, apart from Cuba, I would want to say, or Havana Central, in the New York metro area for Cuban food. Rumba Cubana. Most people, I want to say, that will see this that are in the Northeast, or New York metro area, know Rumba Cubana or might have heard of it. This is their adjunct bakery, Dulce View. So we're sitting with their co-owner and pastry chef tomorrow in their kitchen making pastelitos de guayaba, which is, for those of you who are like, what's pastelito de guayaba? It is phyllo pastry puff with guava. What is guava? I'll include a link of what guava is, but pretty much it's like a jam. It's almost like I like to say an inflatable grape. An inflatable grape. It sort of looks like a kiwi. A lot of people get guava and kiwi confused when you look at it, but it's sort of like a kiwi. Also grows in the Caribbean and the tropical climate. It's amazing. As a Cuban American, pastelito guayaba and queso crema were my go-to thing. So we're talking to him. We're doing pastelito de guayaba in the Dulce View kitchen, just him and I, because we want to be safe. Usually we would have a couple more of the staff just to sort of collaborate a little bit more. But again, for safety reasons, it still just be him and I, Chef Manuel, Chef Victor, excuse me. And so that's awesome to come. We're going to be doing healthy drinks with some people that are not chefs and cook in the kitchen. We'll be doing some Instagram or IG lives or FB live, excuse me. We're still getting used to this whole live social media vlog world. So excuse the fun jokes. So yeah, guys. So this fish, just to get back to, we're reeling it in, is almost done. We're about 4 minutes. We're gonna take these 4 ingredients that I mentioned. Let me just zoom in here real quick. We're gonna take these awesome 4 ingredients. I'm gonna put them on a different wok, because like I said, I'm obsessed with woks. They are big on our Santa to-do list, compliments of IKEA. And no, this is not a paid promotion from IKEA, but if you want to do that, we can talk. And yeah, so gonna put that in a different wok, saute real quick with like a teaspoon, excuse me, we're zooming out again, of olive oil. We'll come back, we'll mix it all together. Look for the finale on our Instagram at Reorg Chats, or on Reorg You Inc. at Reorg You Inc. on Instagram, on Twitter, or Facebook. We will have, again, all these steps written down, as well as on this YouTube feed. All the links to everything we've mentioned, the adobo for the freaking Rican, the link to Sofrito magazine,